Alright folks, welcome back. This is part 2 of my Vanguard Kingmaker loadout. Quick update on gear. I did miss a couple things. First one was I spoke with Crexus from the Vanguard team, pretty much my CEO. So I asked him if OD green was okay for the top, and he said no, it has to be camo. So I ran down to Omaha Surplus down in Fort Worth, Texas. A great place to get some gear, get your gear, your clothes, your camo, your anything you need on there for your airsoft loadout. So I picked up a couple of these t-shirts. These Woodland camo t-shirts these are $10, so it's perfect. If it goes down into the 60s like it's been the last few days, I'll wear this combat top that I picked up on Amazon that matches up well with my pants. So okay, so a couple things I did miss as well was this little pocket here, this little pouch here I have for my primary dead rag. This is basically an M14 7.62 mag pouch. It's a double mag pouch that I took the flap off and cut down that little extra Velcro strip in there, so I'll have that right there. I'll also have a secondary dead rag probably in my dump pouch or in my pocket in my pants. Okay, so this is my secondary rig. This is the T.Rex Arms Ready rig. I absolutely love this thing. I did run it one time already through the warm-up game for the D14 swap meet earlier this month or last month, and this is really comfortable. But it's great. It's going to be great for airsoft. I love this thing. It's so comfortable, so lightweight, so minimalist, and it's very slimming. You know, there's nothing really gets in the way. So of course I'll be running just like my plate carrier. I'm going to have 4 magazines here ready to pull out, take out, go. For the radio, I could just stuff it in one of these other pockets in here. So you know, there's several spots here where you could throw a magazine, sticker bars, or whatever you want to put in here. But also right here, a little pocket here for my main dead rag that I'm going to use. So this will be my secondary one, and of course I'll have hydration pack as well, because you know, gotta stay hydrated. Next up are my iPros. These are the ESS Crossbows. I do have the RX inserts in there, and I love these things, man. These are pretty much my primary iPros now, and I've had 0 issues with them. They do fog up a little bit, and that's also because I do sweat a lot, and it does happen. But overall though, these are great. I do have the RX inserts in there, so I don't have to wear my contacts that day, but I still might wear my contacts that day anyway, just to see how it goes. And I'll probably have the sunglass lens in here, so just in case it gets really sunny, which it'll probably be pretty sunny that day. So all right, lastly, it's the matching Woodland camo cap, because you know, gotta make it, everything matches. Fashion show out there, so I want to look pretty, because I want to win the big ball. Okay, let's move on to the PEWS. All right, so for the PEWS, my sidearm will be the Novritsch SSP1 pistol. It's basically a 1911 high kappa, and I absolutely love this thing. It's a great weight on it. Holds a lot of BBs in there. Don't worry, this thing's not loaded. Well, BBs are loaded, but there's not one in the chamber. So we're good to go. I do have 3 magazines in pouches. I should be getting the Novritsch pouches tomorrow to slap them to my belt. But this is a great pistol. Now let's get to my primary, which I know some of you followers already know is going to be my BCM MCMR Typhoon from Airsoft GI that I won through their mystery box. It's a $1,600 gun. I do have an unboxing video if you want all the full details on it. The only changes I've made are I've taken off the Novritsch red dot, short dot off of my MCX. Man, it's hard to talk. The other change I did make was I added the, believe it's a Bravo CRD2 or CDR2. I can never remember what the model name is, but it's a tracer unit. We're okay with that. I won't be running the tracer or the flash. It just really does complete the look of this rifle. Up top, we do have the run cam mount from Brain Exploder, and at the bottom here, we do have the BCM Gunfighter Grip. So I love this thing. It's at a great angle. I just love it. And of course on the side we do have the Magpul sling mount right there. But yeah, you guys know, most of you guys already know about this gun. I'll put a link down below on the unboxing of this thing so you get more detail out of it. Next up, what I really want to highlight for this is my backup rifle, which has been sitting here all along. This is a KWA KM4A1. So I picked this up on a trade. I had the Echo 1 Saab 2 or Saab 1, I can't remember which one it is, but it's basically an MP5K by Echo 1. I had a gate titan installed into it. It shot fine, but I ended up getting the Elite Force MP5, so I kind of don't have a use for it anymore. I haven't used it since I got that MP5. So I traded it up with this guy. He basically left everything internal stock except for the bucking, which was a purple Prony. It's a great bucking, but I'll talk about that in a minute. He did swap out the clamshell handguard with a ski mod handguard. Not the biggest key mod fan, but you know, it does look really good on here. And he did a custom paint job on here with the camo pin, and it looks awesome. It did not come with all the accessories that are on here, and it also did come with the standard crane stock, which was also painted, but I'm just not a big fan of the crane stocks. They just don't look good to me. It's really just about the looks. So I slapped on a PTS EPM or EPS stock. I can't remember that either. There's lots of battery space on here. I will be running 8.4 NIM batteries, or a 9.6 NIM battery in this. It'll last me about half the day, which is great. So, because you know, this is really just going to be the backup, but I'm going to try my best not to make it the primary, because since I have that Typhoon, I really got to run that sucker into the ground and see how well it really performs. So let's go through the accessories I have on here. So we have the stock. Up here we do have this, I believe it's a Pinty ACOG on a little bit of riser right here, just to get it above my pec box here. And it's a good red dot, and I do use, like I said earlier, I do use the red dots. I do use a scope. I spend 10-15 minutes zeroing them in before I start playing. And yeah, it's just, I like using it just to get that training in. But yeah, it's a great little red dot. Picked this up at the swap meet for like 10-15 bucks or something like that. Next up, we do have pec box up here, which is actually the XCORTECH tracer unit and pec box. So this is a set that comes together, and it's awesome because you can use this pec box to check your FPS. So let me see if I can get it here without knocking over the camera. So there's settings here to check your rate of fire, your FPS, and my favorite feature of this is the countdown or count up for how many rounds you're shooting. And I'm running PTS EPM 1, so it's about a 250 round mid cap. So I'm gonna set this to count down. So once I get low and low, once I get into the 20s, that's when I know I need to switch out my magazines. But yeah, this is a great little thing, and I got it for pretty much for free from my buddy Bo. You know Bo, he did the jiggly thing.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I'd like to see you wiggle.
Yeah. There's some days I wish I didn't film it, something. So it does come with the tracer unit. Won't be running tracers, but it will be on just for the count on my rounds. targets that I'm shooting out there. At the bottom I do have this, I believe it might be a UK Arms angled foregrip. It just feels right with this. The one thing I don't like about it is it's not flush with the handguard up there like it normally would if this was a Picatinny rail or a wrist handguard. But you know, it's super comfortable. Normally I do like the BCM foregrip, but this just completes this gun. I really love it. And of course up top, as usual, I will have the run cam, the 4K run cam 2 on here, so get those long shots in. And if you can see here, I do have some tape around the lens, and that's because to adjust the focus you turn the lens around, and problem with that is it's kind of loose. It's easy to turn that, so I just stuck some, I sat on my balcony, just pointed the cam out at a distance and just, you know, found the right focus on it while watching through my iPad. And no, I didn't have it on the rifle. I took it off of this thing, and you know, I'm not going to set out on my balcony in these apartments and sit there doing this and having the cops called on me. So yeah, I just sat there with it in hand and my iPad in the other and adjusted the focus on it until it was right. Then I wrapped a piece of tape around there, and hopefully it stays true and doesn't move around. So hopefully, you know, all my run cam shots are centered and perfectly focused, or close to perfectly focused. Now I know you wondering about this. This is basically a piece of Lexan that I cut up. I bought a 12 by 12 sheet. I use it for random things, but I really want to protect the lens on this guy because these guys aren't really cheap. And I know you could replace the lens, but I have trouble finding the parts for it, so I want to protect it as much as possible. And I currently just have this piece of Lexan here that I cut up and tied together with, mounted it on the handguard with zip ties. Of course, I'll switch those to black so it looks better, not sticking out so much. And yeah, it's not permanently fixed on there, so if I need to disassemble this guy, I could just cut those off and take them off. And if I need to take the cam off, all I got to do is push forward and push forward the cam forward, and there we go. Put that back on there and we're good, and I could switch it off. I haven't fully tested that out yet, but if it works good, I'm definitely going to put this on every single one of my rifles. I definitely have to test the quality of the video to see if the Lexan kind of messes with it some. But yeah, hopefully it works out. And these Lexan's pretty cheap, so I can replace that. And I got all the tools back here, as you can see from my messy work area, which is apparently the dining room of my apartment. But yeah, whatever, it's my little workshop. So yeah, hopefully it works, so I can make one of these for every single one of my rifles that I'll be running the run cam on. So there you go. That's pretty much my loadout, my rifles, my pistols, my gear that I'm going to be using for Vanguard Kingmaker. I hope I see everybody out there, or as many as you guys out there on at D14 for Vanguard Kingmaker, happening October 22nd. Please show up, get you a ticket. Also support the One Tribe Foundation. They help out a lot of veterans, and they try to find ways to get them back. They're trying to find different ways to get them back into society smoothly, and trying to help them out with PTSD. So they're attending our event. There is a video that Black Wolf filmed on his channel regarding showing one of their people what Airsoft's about and how Airsoft works and all that fun stuff. So if you can't make it out there, donate to them. There's a link at the Kingmaker store, or the Vanguard Kingmaker store on Eventbrite. So if you want to donate to them, please do it, and do it for the UN, because I'm going to be on the UN side, and every donation you get points for that thing. So come on, support the UN, or if you're going to come out, join the UN. Come on, you know you want to.